Okay, excited. Oh, you know what? This is not a market maker. This is a doing good. So, we're going to tell you about who is doing good in our neighborhood for sure. I got to get my stuff together again. This is comes down to, oh gosh, did that not happen? Let me just see. Is that going? Lord. Again, this is what happens when chaos ensues, but I appreciate you guys just sticking around and hanging with me while I, get my stuff together. Here we go. Let's talk about who's doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in Our Neighborhood is sponsored by the Healing Storm. Shannon and her team, which is growing every single week, it seems, they strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative, holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. Massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and an entire healing journey program. Just go to thehealingstorm.com. Get the details, schedule an appointment. I recommend it. The Healing Storm, a place to unwind and recharge through alternative healing. Okay, I never knew the birthing circle existed, which is nuts. I guess, well, I would have been years ago in the right realm to reach, to be the target audience, I guess, because we all need support as parents. We sometimes things get tough. And what better place than to have a group of other parents going through the same thing? Or, even more importantly, if you're looking for a place to volunteer and you just have maybe had children, or maybe you are a doula, or maybe you just want to help a local organization that is small but mighty, well, the Birthing Center could sure use you. Let's hear all about it. Are on North Court Street. I'm at the Birthing Circle and the Care of Self-Help.
Counseling and Wellness Center.
And
yes.
Counseling and Wellness
Yep.
Center. Okay. Andrea, I have not heard of any of this.
Wow,
so this will
okay.
be good for me.
Yeah.
So let's start with the Birthing Circle.
Certainly. So the Birthing Circle is a local nonprofit that's actually been in the Frederick area since 1986. It was originally created with moms, trying to help moms, especially with multiples, or support group. And then in 2016, we became a formal nonprofit, which was really helpful in trying to offer education, doula support, both at birth, but also postpartum mental health groups, those kind of things. So it helped offset those. A little bit prior to that, we also started with donations and things like that. So it's really, there's a Facebook page and then a private support group.
Okay.
So that any individual, but it's typically mothers, but any parent who has questions, concerns, looking for that connectivity, it's not just during pregnancy. In fact, 90% of what we do is after birth, and we sort of say it's from pregnancy to prom. We also started working with different organizations within the county, and there's a lot of need here in the county. And so we have had the donations, so families donate things that they're not using anymore, and other families in Frederick, Washington, Carroll, Montgomery County can come. There's no question asked, so we don't ask to look at, if you're having a hard time and you need something, it's here.
Right.
And that also rolls over into the doula program, the childbirth ed. We have certified instructors who teach these classes, but we also offer a sliding scale, so a low fee or no fee, depending on what people are able to do, so that they can also get support at their births, they can get childbirth education, they can get parenting classes, they can come to the mental health support group, learn from other parents, and sort of get through this, because it takes a village.
So the typical people who come to you are either pregnant now or having just maybe had a child.
Yes.
How do people find out about you?
So again, the Facebook group. So
Right.
word of mouth. The hospital, we work a lot with them.
Okay.
We work with Asian American Center. We work with some of the other like Care
Yeah.
First and different groups or CareNet.
Let's just say they're pregnant, they're just not sure how this whole thing goes, they're maybe their first one, so they can come to you to learn what's going to happen and get help to handle what
Right.
happens after you do have a baby.
Yep.
Because I think a lot of
Yeah.
that is just
Yeah.
like good luck, you know.
And
but
it's all inclusive, so there's no judgment on what kind of birth you have.
Oh,
It's kind of a misconception even with doulas, and I should back up and say I was a doula for 14 years and then went into mental health. But there's this understanding or this thought that it's only for home births, and that couldn't be farther from it. There's people want support.
Yeah,
and a lot
period, right?
Yeah, and
You
they're
just-
and information, and
Right.
they want to have a supportive environment where they can help navigate this. So, it
Well, the
doesn't matter.
nice thing is this fully extends beyond just the actual process of having a baby and what
Correct.
happens, or the process of how to change a diaper.
Correct.
This goes into well beyond that.
Yes.
When things may get tougher, and we all know as parents, kind of when everybody goes away, grandma leaves the house and
Yep.
you're there by yourself, is typically when it all goes,
Yeah.
where you really need the support, right?
Yep.
And so the fact that you guys are here for people is wonderful. So for this side, for the birthing circle, how can Frederick, the community, support what you're doing? What do you need now, and how can we continue to help?
Sure. Well, I mean, from an organizational perspective, volunteers really help. We are a 100% volunteer organization. And many times people don't know what they can do, but any person who's had children has more experience than the people
Who haven't, right?
And if you've kind of, as I say, survived, well, really, so I have children that are in middle school and high school. So if you've survived that time frame,
Yeah.
you have a wealth of knowledge and support to provide for someone. And really, that's what our clients are looking for, is a sense of community.
Yeah.
So, many people are like, I don't know what I could offer. It's been years since I've had children. That's not for me. And we're like, that's exactly who our community needs to be supportive.
They want that mentor or that person who's walked the walk.
Even just to say you can get through it. Like,
you
it's
can
hard,
do
but
it.
you can do it.
If I can do it, you can do it, right?
Yeah.
That sort of support. Okay.
Yeah, so we need that. We're obviously, like every other nonprofit, we're always looking for donations, but we really look at one-to-one sponsorship. So if somebody wants to support any portion of a childbirth ed class, of doula support, of postpartum, which is really needed, and that's the hardest part. There's wonderful programs, different insurance companies that are starting to pay for some of the doula support, although it all depends on if a doula is accepting insurance and all those kind of things. So I won't get on that soapbox.
Explain to me, a doula, is that a midwife? Is that no? Okay.
Nope.
So
We coach,
good.
we don't catch.
Okay. Oh, we coach, we don't catch. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So doulas really work with individuals throughout the pregnancy, helping them understand the process, what's happening. Everyone should know what's happening to their body.
Right.
And then have be able to ask questions, learn and practice coping strategies. We really try and keep families together. So if people are partnered, we really want everyone to feel comfortable and secure and help the families stay safe and healthy after this whole process, right? So the more supported an individual feels while they're giving birth, the better the experience is, and the more secure parenting they're going to provide later.
Yeah, because what I have learned after parenting 2 children, or mine are senior in college and just graduated high school, is babies sense what you're feeling 100%. So if you are nervous or anxious or whatever, that really does flow through. 100%. So the more calm a parent can be, the more secure or whatever. I definitely
and that's
know.
both parents.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So
exactly.
we work with
that
we work with
definitely
everyone.
channels right through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what our birth doulas would do, and then they would actually be on call and go to the birthing location. Typically, it's the hospital, but anywhere that someone's home births, et cetera, birth centers, and be with them throughout the process, and then typically follow up with them for a postpartum visit.
Yeah.
That's birth doula. A postpartum doula would actually come and see them when they're home.
Okay.
And really help them sort of get established. Sometimes it's just helping them so they can sleep.
Right.
So being
Yeah.
there, you know what I mean? And Frederick County does have a great program with the Family Connects Frederick County where they can have a nurse come one time and visit. And that's
Right.
really, really helpful. And we love that that program exists because that also helps. They'll communicate with us when maybe someone needs overnight or something.
Yeah.
But it really is filling in those gaps, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even that we're just there sitting up with them listening
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
they're telling us about what's going on. You know, they don't need anyone to like actually take care of the baby.
Yeah.
They just need those kind of things.
So is sometimes the birthing doula the same as
Sometimes.
okay, but is it more often that it's two different people?
It typically is two different people.
Okay.
My personal goals is to really train people on, you know, not traumatizing
Yeah.
individuals
Yeah.
and sort of gently being able to open doors and communicate with
Yeah.
individuals and help them, and then help them feel comfortable if their postpartum mental health needs are expanding farther than just you know,
Right.
the home that they really
Yeah.
need to reach out, helping them figure out where
Well,
to
and
get that.
how great to have that intermediary because it, you know, this is exactly what happens. You get a lot of support
Yeah.
like during the birth and maybe even a few weeks after, and then it's after that
Yeah.
when you're kind of get into the rigors of trying to do this new schedule
Yes.
and all of this when
Yeah.
having somebody there would be wonderful.
And the postpartum doula is a safe space.
Mm.
And that's not to say that people don't have great relationships with family and friends, but sometimes there can be some shame if they don't know an answer or they're not doing great or there's different, you know, cultural beliefs that I'm supposed to be tough and get through this or everyone else did it, I should be able to too. And that can actually trigger you know, more bouts of anxiety and depression.
100%.
Raising children in general is a lot of work.
Yeah.
There's lots of opinions on how to do it. So we try to stay opinion free and just offer a loving space.
Yeah.
We don't need a lot of time. Like I have some wonderful volunteers who just come into the donation room to sort things that come in or bag stuff or run some social media. So it's not like 20 hours a week, but they don't realize that even being able to just call and check on somebody or drop off some diapers, even just the diaper drives that we do and being able to have those items here, or if it's a, you know, a box of baby clothes or a, like right now we have a bassinet and 2 cribs and some other things, like helping from the bottom up, that one gesture that then takes the load off, that then they can go focus on kind of being able to do the other things, because it's not raising a family, having a healthy parent-child dyad, and then ultimately a healthy community is more than just the baby gear. Right? So we really have to take care of the family.
How many people right now are you supporting?
Any given time we could have, you know, 30 to 50 people that are utilizing things here. But then the actual private group has, I think right now, 3,500 people in it. Biggest message this year is really that we're so much more than just birth. And we always have been. And when you look at why it started with people who had already given birth. But it's also looking at like our community just needs help. And many people either don't know where to get it or this particular piece there's a gap. So there's amazing groups out there. There's a lot of different organizations who, you know, help in different pieces. And so our other goal is to make sure that we're connected with the different organizations and that we can hand them off.
Where it makes sense.
Giving a person a flyer or a phone number doesn't typically mean that they're going to follow up with that referral.
No, it needs to be a personalized introduction and hey, walking with them to here, and then the next person can pick them up and walk them back. Well, we think this is awesome. The Birthing Circle. Find out more information. If you can volunteer, please do. If you can donate, please do. Your time, as I've said time and time again, is as valuable to a lot of our nonprofits as writing a check. And if you're skilled in being a doula or in the mental health industry somehow,
or childbirth
ed, lactation, any of that, please reach out because they could certainly use even an hour a month, an hour a month.
Even if you're not skilled and you've just been through it, you have a lot more talents and mentorship to offer than you think.
That's awesome. All right, we thank you guys for watching. How amazing is that for families and parents, especially first timers? Oh, I think it's a great program.